myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. It's me, myself, and I.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Me, Myself, and I. I am your host, and you are listening to episode Cuatro. Excuse me. Cuatro. I can't say Cuatro. What's wrong with me? Cuatro. There we go. 94, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting closer to 100. We're getting closer to 100. Holy crap. That means I don't have anything special planned. I don't have anything. And I'm not lying to you, MMikers. I don't lie to you, MMikers. I'll lie to other people, but I'm not going to lie to you, MMikers. Okay? The ones that are sitting in the cubicle right now. Cubicle. The cube lifers. I know you're stuck. I know you got your little fan. I know you got the little walls and you got pictures of your families and friends and you're just looking at them as a ray of hope because you're doing it for your family. You're working in that cubicle for your family. I get it. I respect you. I don't shit on cubicle workers. That is a tough life. That is the cube life. I don't know how you do it. Cubicles, cubelites, cube life. I don't know how you do it, but I respect cube lifers more than I respect constructioners, people in construction. Because people in construction, you're outside all the time. You're creating. That's a wonderful, well-respected job, but man, people forget about the cube life. You don't understand your spine gets shriveled every single day of your life in the cube life. Just your back gets weakened, your legs get skinny, your wrists hurt, your eyes hurt, but you don't quit because you know it's a good job for your family, and I respect that. I respect the cube life. So my cubites, cube lifers, I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything planned for my episode 100. And I'm not doing like this weird buildup. I truly don't have anything planned, but that's okay. I don't care about that right now because what I care about is this episode right now, episode 94. You're listening to it right now, Cubites. I know you are. You're looking at it, you're laughing, you're looking around, you're checking to see if anyone's, I can't show any human emotion while I'm typing. Don't show any human emotion. That was funny. What was that? Did someone snicker? I get it. Hey, Cubites, I got something for you. Okay? I am throwing caution to the wind because I love you, Cubites. I respect you. If you want me to prank call your boss, I'm going to say it again. If you want me to prank call your boss, email me at mmipodcast19@gmail.com, and the next episode, I will prank call your boss live on my podcast. No bullshit. I will do it for you. Give me a detailed information about your boss. I will ruin your boss. If you have a terrible boss. If you have a great boss that's stuck in the cube life with you, I'm not going to prank call that. But or how about this? Not just your boss. How about someone in the office that you just can't stand that always rats you out? How about that? Someone that you can't stand that always rats you out. that always says, that always asks questions in a meeting right before it's time to go. You got 10 minutes left. Is there any other questions? Anybody else have any other questions? I do. Shut up, Larry. Seriously, shut up, Larry. It's Friday. I've been in this cubicle all week long. I got to go home. Friday night is my only time off because the next day I got to take my kids to soccer, baseball, softball, basketball, gymnastic practice. I'm not going to get home till 8 o'clock at night. And then I got to do all these honey-do list projects on Sunday. This is my only chance to enjoy life, and you're taking it away from me, Larry. Stop asking questions, Larry. Okay, so if it's not just your boss, if it's your boss or a fellow employee that you don't like, that just ruins your cube life. As soon as you get to work on Monday, you just like, this is going to be a terrible week. Let me know. I will prank call that person, and I will ruin that week for you. And I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to throw you out under the wolves like that. I'm not going to even say, hey, everybody, on this next episode of my podcast, David from whatever. I'm not going to say your name. You will be hidden. Okay? I will protect you. Just let me know. Because you deserve laughter, cubicles. Of everybody that needs laughter more than anything. I mean, I know the world needs laughter. I know sick patients need laughter. I know people need laughter. But people that are in the cubicles, you need the laughter. So let me know. Email me, mmipodcast19@gmail.com. That's for you. It is Tuesday, and I let it sink in. I let everybody talk about it. You already know what I'm about to talk about. Huh? You already know what I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Hey. Hey. Well, let me tell you about something. San Francisco 49ers. I'm a fan of the San Francisco 49ers. I've been a fan of the 49ers since I was a child. Let me tell you something. You dropped the ball. Okay? You got cocky. You thought you were going to win. And guess what happened in the last 6 minutes? KC. Hey, I'm not mad at KC. I am very happy. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that is phenomenal that you won a Super Bowl against a very conceited, prideful, narcissistic team like the 49ers. I'm a fan of the 49ers. I am going to take a dump on the 49ers right now. And the fans. Okay? First of all, I have no idea where the 9-9 bang bang Niner gang maybe it's from a song. I don't care. I think that's the dumbest slogan you can have for the 49ers. Growing up, the 49ers were the gold rush. We had prospects. We had Joe Montana and Steve Young. Even though they hated each other. I don't think you guys realize that. Joe Montana and Steve Young really hated each other because, Joe Montana was the star. He was it. Everyone loved him. And Steve Young said, I want your job. I want your job. I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's a rumor that Joe Montana was a cokehead. So maybe the reason why Joe Montana hated Steve Young is not because Steve Young was talented. It wasn't because Steve Young was gunning for his job. Maybe he just didn't want to do coke. Maybe he just wanted to smoke weed and drink. And Joe Montana wasn't having it. He's like, you're gonna, hey, Steve, hey, you want to go over these routes? How about we do some, you want to do some coke? How about we do some coke? Let's do some coke right now. How about that? You want to do some coke out here? Hey, you know what? Screw it. I'll lay it out for you. I'll lay it out for you. Okay? There's a line for you. There's a line for me. We'll do a couple of routes. That's what we say. We do a couple of routes. Do swing, back pattern, quarterback sneak, and then snap it up right before game time. What do you think? No, Joe. No. I'm not going to do coke with you. What, you're not going to do coke with me? What do you mean you're not going to do? Were you gunning for my job? Is that what it is? Fine. You know what? I'm going to go to KC, and no one is ever going to. You know what? I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to KC. I'm going to go to KC. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be the greatest quarterback in KC. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to fall before me. Now, I'm not going to even get hurt in KC, bro, because KC loves me. He was a cokehead. You know, look at his nose. Look at Joe Montana. If you see Joe Montana right now, he looks like a burnt out druggie. Have you heard him talk? Have you listened to him talk? Excuse me. Have you listened to him? There's this one, I guess there's this segment where Joe Montana is talking to Brett Favre and all these other quarterbacks. I think Drew Brees was there. And he's talking about how he picked up the phone on the bench and called his wife. Yeah, I just, picked up the red phone and dialed 9 and said, hey, honey, how you doing? And she said, oh, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be playing right now? You got to be high on coke to call your wife in the middle of the game. I'll leave it right there. But the Chiefs, this year, they won, and they deserve it. They knew there was no tomorrow. They knew it. And the 49ers were slacking. I've never played football. I never played professional football in my life. I've always played, organized football. I never did it. So I don't know how difficult it can be. But from a fan watching, you had a 10-point lead. You had 6 minutes left. And you ruined it. They came back and then some. Oh, it's about the plays. They made some bad calls. They gave Case 6 minutes left, bro. You had 6 minutes left. And you lost the game. That's like you had 6 minutes left on your shift and you get fired. It's the exact same thing. What were you thinking? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I really don't care. But that's the 49ers for you. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. I'm a fan. I know my 49ers. They will choke. They did it 7 years ago in the Super Bowl. They made it to the Super Bowl then. They didn't prevail. Nothing happened. They didn't win. And then they came back again. And everybody's like, oh, man, we're going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to come home with that Lombardi trophy. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to make it. We made it to the Super Bowl. We already won. We already won. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to. What happened? You came back empty-handed. And I don't see any Niners fans waving any flags. I don't see any Niners fans wearing jerseys. I don't see the 9-9 bang gang bang bang blah. I don't see any of that. The only thing I saw was online. Oh, I'm a Niner fan, ride or die. And then what do? They put their phones away and then they wear their street clothes. They don't wear it. I wore my Niner stuff yesterday in public. I did my walk of shame. And I was proud to do my walk of shame because I knew no one was going to wear it. No one. And I knew it. I heard people yelling, Niners suck. They lost. I know. It's my walk of shame. Oh, cool, man. Hey, they lost. I did my walk of shame. I did it with my head up. Okay? I was happy because I would have been annoyed with these new Niner fans. Could you imagine if the Niners won the Super Bowl? Ugh. Today, you would not hear the end of it. Bang, gang, bang-a-rang. Whatever, Rufio from Hook. Bang-a-rang. Ugh. Come on with a different chant. How about Go 49ers? Let's just keep it simple. Gold-blooded! How about just Go 49ers? Let's just keep it simple. You don't need to deck your whole house in 49er gear. You don't need to every single week. Oh my God, the 49ers won. We'll let you guys know the 49ers won. I didn't do one post, ladies and gentlemen. Not one post, because I knew they were going to blow the big one. I just knew. I just knew. That's all right. Who cares? But let's talk about that halftime show. Woo! Oh, ay Dios mío. Oh my God. Oh no. I'm not talking about Jennifer Lopez. Shakira. Oh my goodness. Wow. I've always said this every single podcast, or I've said this in the past. I've written blogs about it. Don't watch the Super Bowl. You're going to get brainwashed. It's going to take if you want to have mass control, the best thing to do is watch, the Super Bowl, and you're going to be controlled for life. Your creativity is going to be gone. You know what? I truly was in that trance. I truly was hypnotized. I was locked in. I've been a fan of Shakira for many, many years, and that was the only reason why I watched the show. I know J-Lo, everyone loves J-Lo, but there's something about Shakira that was more interesting than J-Lo. I can't even talk. I can't even speak. And everyone's like, oh, Mike, you have a wife. It's okay. My wife will leave me for Chris Evans in a heartbeat. If Chris Evans came over to my house and said, I want your wife, my wife will be already in the car. She already said that to me in front of my kids. So whatever. Look at my alternative. I got Shakira. But, what a great performance. I was just deep in. They're lip syncing. I don't care. I didn't care. If Shakira told me, if she said this, she goes, Mike, Shakira could be the devil, and she can tell me, you need to put a microchip on your forehead or your hand and have it say 666, and you can't take it off. Otherwise, you have to chop off your hand or cut your head off. That's the only way. I'd be like, sign me up. Sign me up, Shakira. Shakira. And everyone's freaking out. What's up with that tongue thing? That, she's half Lebanese. Okay, that's a gesture of celebration. Everyone's freaking. Everyone's freaking. What is it? And then Jennifer Lopez comes out, and God, good Lord. I mean, I love Shakira, but man, Jennifer Lopez, she can sing. Wink, wink. And everyone's freaking out. I heard it at my own house. Oh my God, look at these women just scantily clad on the pole and just stooping around and half naked. I can't believe. Some people were offended about the halftime show. Half naked women. And I'm sure you've seen the memes of last year with the lead singer, Adam Levine from Maroon 5, half naked, and women are cheering. And then tonight, this year, you got Shakira, and women are not cheering. And people were offended. People were offended about Shakira and Jennifer Lopez being practically half naked with bondage going around a stripping pole. You're offended. Let me ask you this. What were you watching? The halftime show. Okay. For what? The Super Bowl. It's good for kids. Right. The most violent thing you will ever see on television, and it's celebrated. You have guys crashing their heads against each other, risking their lives for a football. Men can't walk anymore. Men that are paralyzed. Men that are dead because they died on the field. That's good for kids, right? The gridiron. These are titans on the gridiron, and they will fight, and they will work hard, and this is what happens. If you die on the field, then you leave it on the field, and that's what happens, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's okay for kids. But seeing two gorgeous women dance and sing half naked, that's not okay for kids. But violence is okay, but not love. That's what you're telling me. If you're gonna get offended about the halftime show, you should get offended about football in general. You should get offended that how Colin Kaepernick got blackballed for saying something. You should get offended for how Ben Roethlisberger raped people and still plays for the Steelers. You should get offended by all that. You should get offended by domestic violence. You should get offended by Aaron Hernandez. You should get offended by all that stuff. If you're offended by the NFL, if you're offended by the halftime show, why are you watching Aaron Hernandez on Netflix? I don't want to watch that because I didn't give a shit about Aaron Hernandez. I don't. I never did. Don't pick and choose what you're offended about if it's under the same roof. You got the gridiron. You got violence. You got people sacking a quarterback. That means hurting them. Physically hurting them. Yeah. But then when it comes to women dancing, I'm offended. This is meant for kids. This is meant for kids. None of it's meant for kids. So don't point and pick and choose. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. People just get offended over little things. Okay? Little things. Who cares? Get out. Anyways. Meanwhile, while all of us were picking and choosing what we were being offended by, Colin Kaepernick was out on Sunday in Harlem giving food for the homeless. What were you doing? Was he doing it for the cameras? Probably. But he was there at the right place at the right time. Oh, I love this. I love it. Because it's bullshit on both sides and no one wants to admit to it. And that's okay. That's what this podcast is here for. What did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen? I tell you what we learned today. With the 49ers losing the big game. This is what we learned. Proverbs 16:18. Pride comes before the fall. Perfect example. Everybody knew in their mind. Everybody had it in their soul, from the players to the coordinators to even the equipment. We're going to win this. We're going to win this because we're the 49ers. We had a great season. Who cares about this KC people? And what happened? You got conceited. One of the 7 deadly sins, pride, came before you, and you fell. You fell so hard from grace, 49ers. Guess what happened? No one was there when you arrived in San Jose Airport. Not one person. Maybe 5. Maybe 5 people. When you came off that plane, your heads were bowed, and you walked around and looked at the sea of no one. Only 5 people that didn't have a job that day was rooting for you. Maybe you should get rid of that stupid slogan, 9-9, gang or bang, whatever it's called. Maybe you should stop being prideful and start being humble. Maybe because being prideful shows that, you can lose any given Sunday. Didn't they make a movie of that? You should have kept playing hard, but you know what? It's okay. And people are going to get mad at me. I don't care. This is what's great about being a 49er fan. I'm going to kick them when they're down. And I'm going to kick them all the time because I'm a fan. I paid my money. I gave my time and merchandise and everything for that. All right? So don't come up to, you're not a real true fan. I'm a great fan because I'm going to talk shit when they're down and why they're down. I like it. I like doing it. I love when the pride falls. Just like Marcellus Wallace said in Pulp Fiction, the night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. That's pride fucking with you. Fuck pride. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let pride fuck with you. Okay? It's a horrible disease. That's what it is. It's a deadly sin. It's a deadly sin for a reason. Because you think you're better than everyone else, and you're not. That's what pride does to you. It makes you say, I'm better. I'm guilty of it. I used to have pride when I first started doing stand-up comedy. I used to thought I was better than everyone else because I was on stage telling jokes. And some people, because you hear it all the time, Mike, you're so funny. Mike, you're so good. 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 And I had believed in it. And I thought that. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I am better than everyone else because I'm the chosen one. I'm on stage. I'm better than everyone. And then when you bomb, guess what happens? You're like, ooh, what happened? Ooh. I'm guilty of being prideful as well, ladies and gentlemen. And with Micers. But I'm not going to stay in that way. So whenever I'm doing well, I always thank the audience. I always thank for the opportunity because that is a glorious opportunity to have. I'm not going to be prideful. I've eliminated that. I pray every day and I meditate and I thank God and I go outside and walk and say, thank you for the opportunities that I have. Please get rid of this pride. And it's so easy to come back. Pride is sneaky. Okay? Watch the movie 7 with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Okay? You don't want to live in that deadly sin. You don't want pride. You don't want gluttony. You don't want wrath. You don't want vengeance. You don't want envy. You don't want, I forgot the other two. Sloth. I forgot the other one. But at least I'm not prideful trying to make it up. Envy, thought. Oh, well, I'll think of another one anyways. So don't be prideful, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to tell you today in today's episode. Don't be pride. Don't have pride, okay? Be loving. Be careful what you say. Take a moment of what you say. You know, it's important. Because if you don't, life will just hit you hard. And man, does life ever hit you hard in the face. Or are you going to be prideful? Wham! Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I am done with that. I'm done with pride. No more pride. I'm done with it. Fuck pride. Pride fucking with you. Okay. Guess what time it is, ladies and gentlemen? It is time for... It's time for good news. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for good news. I am sick and tired of seeing horrible things on television. Gunshots, mass shootings, violence, hatred, even pride. I'm sick and tired of seeing that on the television. I'm sick and tired of seeing it on Facebook. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. So I'm sick and tired of that. But today, it is time for good news. And here's the wonderful good news. Baby diagnosed with inoperable brain cancer is now cancer-free. Oh. Baby Lily, born September 5th, 2019, at 39 weeks, the sonogram has been completely normal. But after she was born, a nurse noticed that Lily wasn't moving her limbs properly. An MRI was ordered and doctors found a spot in her brain. The doctors said that she had a grade 4 brain tumor and could not be surgically removed. Over the course of her nearly 5 months of life, Lily underwent a round of chemotherapy before several more rounds of targeted therapy, which rid her tumor in just 3 weeks. Wow. There is no evidence of the brain tumor she was born with, the doctor said. Lily was declared cancer-free. Oh my God. What? That right there is the best good news you will ever hear this week. A baby coming into this world had brain cancer. These poor parents crying. I'm sure, I can't even imagine how miserable they feel and sound during this horrific time. I can't even imagine what they were going through. And I can't even imagine the relief to find out that your baby, your precious child from God, is now cancer-free. Oh my God. Wow, I'm going to have that article on the notes, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot. That is wonderful news. So let's end off on those wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to say thank you, MMIkers. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Before I go, I want to let you know, please subscribe to this podcast, okay? Tell all your friends, tell all your families, tell everybody, subscribe to this podcast because I love this podcast. I love talking to you. And remember, if you have a friend or if you have an enemy in your cubicle that you don't like and you want me to prank call and ruin their day, let me know. Email me at mmipodcast@gmail.com, mmipodcast19@gmail.com. And also, don't forget, February 7th and 8th, that's this weekend, Friday and Saturday, I will be headlining in Twin Falls, Idaho. I will be at the Koto Brewing Company. It's a wonderful brewery, and they always have comedy all the time. And I'm excited and thankful and wonderful, and I can't not wait to come out to this place. So Twin Falls, Idaho, I'm coming. Here we go. We're going to have fun. So I'll see you February 7th and 8th. Let's have some fun. And also, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Salsa! 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 Hey!